what is enlightenment? Like in a nutshell, if you had to just say it in a sentence or two to somebody who doesn't grasp the significance, because enlightenment can seem just like, oh, it's like an emotional state that I have, or it's an idea, or just even a cool insight. But it's so much deeper than that. So how would you describe it in a nutshell?
Well, yes. Enlightenment is not a state. It's not an experience. It's not an emotion. It's not an insight. Those are all functions of mind. And enlightenment is not about mind. It's not about body either. But enlightenment is becoming conscious. And usually we don't have space for that. You know, we don't think that we can become conscious of what's true. So I guess the first thing is we'd have to consider that that what we perceive now is not what's absolutely true. And people usually don't even have that thought, because what we perceive now is everything. See, it's like everything. We think that is the world. That's everything. Because that's everything that they perceive. It's everything that goes on. So we think that, and then, you know, we move on from there. But like I say, that's a function of being an organism. That's a function of surviving in a world in which, you know, we create perceptions so that we can do that. But it's not what's absolutely true. And if you recall, you don't know how it is you began. Somehow you suddenly became, you existed. And you've worked really hard. But before that, you didn't exist. So in order to become a human, you had to invent being a human. You don't remember probably much about doing that, but you probably remember some of doing that. You know, as a kid, kind of inventing yourself, creating ways of thinking about yourself or others or reality, learning stuff. Yeah. And so that's basically where all of our consciousness is trapped. That's basically where all of our attention goes, is doing that job. But if we consider that somehow, say we were ignorant from the beginning, and we are still ignorant, say we don't know any more about what we are or what existence is or what life is than we did in the beginning. All we've done is actually just learn about stuff. We've accomplished, you know, a great deal, but we've learned about stuff, but we haven't gotten a direct consciousness of what this is, what consciousness is, what self is, what existence is. So if we open up the possibility that we could do that, then that's enlightenment. So it's merely and only. It's not something fantastic. It's not grand. It's not, you know, huge. It's not mundane. It's none of that. It's off the charts. It has nothing to do with charts. It has nothing to do with scales. It has nothing to do. That's one of the problems, you see, with all the questions and the wondering and the trying to find an answer about enlightenment, is all of that is done in the same world. It's done in a relative world, and enlightenment is absolute. It's not about a relative thing. And so when we hear absolute, we think, whoa, that's really big because it's absolute, you know? No, it's just true. It just means absolutely true. Yeah, just the truth. And so, you know, enlightenment is you yourself becoming conscious of what's true, directly conscious of what's true, like what you are or what existence is. No more than that. And it's not hard. People think, oh, it's hard. No, not doing it is hard. Trying to do it might be hard, but doing it's easy. See, enlightenment is simply being where you already are. Boom, done. See, done.